In this video, I am going to tell you about the derivation of equivalent dynamic load for rolling contact bearings under variable loads with some solved problems. Here I am using the design data handbook of K. Madhavan and K. Balavira Reddy, 4th edition. P is equal to XVFR plus YFA. This is the equivalent dynamic load which I have told you in my previous video, but that is with respect to static load, where there is no variation in radial as well as axial load respectively. But here we are talking about the equivalent dynamic load again, but there is a variation in radial as well as axial load. Before going forward, I need to remind you about equivalent dynamic load, which I told you in my previous video that in practice, the force acting on the bearing has two components, radial and thrust. It is therefore necessary to convert the two components into a single virtual load, and that is all about this equivalent dynamic load. Here we study this equivalent dynamic load under variable condition. Let us take an example. Consider a ball bearing operating under the following condition. That is, radial load is equal to 2500 Newton at 700 RPM for 25% of the time. Let us suppose total time duration of complete work cycle of any job, of any operation is 1 minute, let us suppose. It means 25% of that 1 minute, in 25% of that 1 minute, the bearing is subjected to 2500 Newton and rotate at the rate of 700 revolution per minute. We can calculate also the total number of revolution at that time. We will discuss it afterwards. Second fraction of time and the third fraction of time. These are the three elements of the respective work cycle. As far as first point is concerned, first part is concerned, 25% of time, 25% of the total time of work cycle, bearing is subjected to 2500 Newton. The next 50% of the time bearing is subjected to 5000 Newton, and the last remaining 25% of the time the bearing is subjected to 1000 Newton at different speeds, you can see. So there is a variation in loads as well as in speeds. If this is the condition, then the methodology to find the equivalent dynamic load is different from the previous one formula. That is, P is equal to XVFR plus YFA. So we can say that if there is variation in load, it is necessary to consider the complete work cycle while finding out the dynamic load carrying capacity of the bearing, and the procedure consists of dividing the work cycle into a number of elements during which the operating conditions of load and speeds are constant. As we know that the approximate rating life of ball or roller bearing is based on the fundamental equation, or this equation is also known as the load life relationship, given in the equation 16.4a in design data handbook. In this equation, Ln is the rating life in millions of revolution, capital C is equal to dynamic load carrying capacity, and capital P is equal to the equivalent dynamic load with respect to the particular element, particular part, particular duration of the time. And K is the constant. The value of K is equal to 3 for ball bearing and 10 upon 3 for roller bearings. So let the work cycle is divided into x elements, that is f1, f2 up to fx be the loads, and n1, n2 and x be the speeds during these elements, as we just discussed these elements. So here f1, f2 are the different loads with respect to the particular work cycle, and n1, n2 are the total number of revolution at that time. During the first element, the life L1 corresponding to load F1 is given by, we can write L1 is equal to C upon F1 into 10 raised to the power 6. And for the element second, before this, in one revolution the life consumed is 1 upon L1. This is all about the fraction of that time, 1 upon L1, or I can say the reciprocal of the given element, given parameters. Let us assume that the first element consists of n1 revolution. Therefore, the life consumed by the first element, or fraction of life consumed with load F1 with respect to the total number of revolution n1 with respect to that fraction of time, is n1 into f1 cube upon 10 raised to the power 6 into capital C cube. This is the life consumed, or I can say this is the fraction of life consumed with respect to the load F1 and number of revolution n1. Similarly, we can write for the element 2, and similarly we can write for the element 3. Adding all these expressions, the life consumed by the complete work cycle is given by this one. If Fm is the equivalent load for the complete work cycle, the life consumed by the work cycle is given by this, n into Fm cube upon 10 raised to the power 6 into capital C cube, where capital N is equal to the sum of all the revolution with each and every element, with respect to each and every element. Now, from equation A and B, we can have n1 f1 cube plus n2 f2 cube up to nx fx cube, depend on number of elements you have, n equal to n into fm cube. We can easily get the value of fm. Here fm is the equivalent dynamic load under variable loads with respect to the different elements of a respective cycle. Fm is equal to f1 cube into n1 plus f2 cube into n2 plus f3 cube into n3 plus up to, this is dependent on number of elements you have in the work cycle and upon total number of revolutions. For ball bearing, that is 1 upon 3. Now come to the problem number 1. A single row deep groove ball bearing has a dynamic load carrying capacity of 40,500 Newton and operates on a following work cycle. In the first part, before starting each and every element of this work cycle, let us suppose the total time of complete work cycle is 1 minute. This one. So, come to the first part. In the first part, 25% of the time, that is 25% of the 1 minute. Under this time, the bearing is subjected to the radial load of 5000 Newton at the rate of 500 revolution per minute. In the first part, if we get the 25% of the time, that is 15 seconds, 25% of 60 seconds, that is 15 seconds. Under this time, we can easily calculate the total number of revolutions, that is capital N1. If we multiplied 0.25 with 500, we can easily get the total number of revolution under 15 seconds is 125 revolution. Again, in the second part, the next 50% of the work cycle, in that duration, the bearing is subjected to the again radial load of 10,000 Newton, and the total revolution under 30 seconds is about 350 revolutions. Similarly, in the third part, the remaining 25% of the total time, that is 60 seconds, 25% of the total time is 15 seconds. The bearing is subjected to again radial load of 7000 Newton at the rate of 400 revolution per minute. If we want to calculate the total number of revolution in this 15 seconds, then we can easily calculate by multiply 0.25 into 400. We will get the total number of revolution, that is capital N3 is equal to 100. As we know that the total number of revolution the bearing has completed is equal to N1 plus N2 plus N3, that is 575 revolution, 575 revolution. Now in this question we have to calculate expected life of the bearing in hours. So with the help of equivalent dynamic load under variable load equation, we can easily calculate the value of capital F and in suffix small m. But before calculating the value of capital Fm, we have to calculate F1, F2, F3 first. These are the loads, these are the equivalent dynamic loads with respect to each and every element. Here you can see that in all these elements, in all these parts, we have to calculate the value of F1, F2 and F3. After that, putting all these values in the required equation and find the value of Fm. As we know that the bearing here is subjected to the purely radial load, it means capital F1 in the first case, capital F1 is equal to Fr is equal to 5000 Newton. Similarly, in the second case, F2 is equal to 10,000 Newton, and similarly in the third case, F3 is equal to Fr is equal to 7,000 Newton. Now put all the values and get the value of Fm. Fm is the equivalent dynamic load under variable loads. If there is variation in the load, then we have to use this formula for ball bearing, and for roller bearing this 1/3 replaced by 10/3. Now as we have to find out the life of bearing in hours, first of all find the life of the bearing in millions of revolution by using load life relationship, that is Ln is equal to C upon capital P raised to the power K. Here C is the dynamic load carrying capacity, capital P, here capital P is equal to Fm, which we have just find out. Put all the values and get the life of the bearing in millions of revolution. Here Mr stands for millions of revolution, and after that convert this millions of revolution into hours. This is all about life of bearings, that is 2776 hours. Come to the next question. A ball bearing is operating on a work cycle consisting of three parts: a radial load of 3000 Newton at 1440 rpm for one quarter circle, a radial load of 5000 Newton at 720 rpm for one half cycle, that is 50% of the total duration, and radial load of 2500 Newton at 1440 rpm for the remaining cycle. The expected life of the bearing is 10,000 hours. Calculate the dynamic load carrying capacity of the bearing. This question is very much similar to the previous one, except one thing. Here we have to find the dynamic load carrying capacity, but the formulas which we have to use to find the dynamic load carrying capacity are same as in the previous question. So in the first part, 25% of the complete duration of the complete work cycle, the bearing is subjected to 3000 Newton and run or revolve or rotate at the rate of 1440 revolution per minute, by which we can easily calculate the total number of revolution under that specific fraction of time. Let us assume the total time of complete work cycle is 1 minute. It means 25% of 60 second is 15 seconds. So in that 15 seconds, the bearing has completed 360 revolution. So the value of capital N1 is equal to 360, as in the previous question. Similarly, in the second part, N2 is equal to 60. Similarly, in the third part, N3 is equal to 360, and the total number of revolution that the bearing has attained in the complete duration or in the complete work cycle is 1080 revolution. Now to find the dynamic load carrying capacity, firstly find the value of Fm. Put all the values of F1, F2, F3. As the bearing is subjected to only radial load, it means F1 equal to Fr equal to 3000, F2 equal to Fr equal to 5000, F3 equal to Fr equal to 2500. So Fm is equal to 3820. We can easily get the dynamic load carrying capacity in Newton. As we have life of the bearing in hours, which is given in the question, please convert into the millions of revolution, because in load life relationship equation we have to put the life of bearing in millions of revolution. Only after that you will have to find the value of capital C, that is dynamic load carrying capacity, that is 33,050 Newton. Problem 3. A single row deep groove ball bearing is subjected to a 30-second work cycle that consists of following two parts. Total time of complete work cycle is 30 seconds, which is categorized into two parts. First duration is for 10 seconds and the second duration is for 20 seconds. Different parameters are given, and the static and dynamic load capacities are 50 and 68 kN respectively. The value of here, calculate the expected life of the bearing in hours. As the bearing is subjected to both type of loads, that is radial as well as axial respectively, therefore we have to find the equivalent dynamic load with respect to these two factors. These are axial load factor and radial load factor, that is capital X and capital Y. Let us start the solution. To find F1, we need, what is the formula of F1? F1 is equal to XVFR plus YFA. So to find the value of F1, we need to find the value of capital X and capital Y. And to find the value of capital X and capital Y, we need two ratios, that is FA upon VFR and FA upon C0. The value of axial load and radial load for the part 1 is given. Radial load is 45,000 Newton and axial load is 12,500 Newton. Put these values and get the value 0.278. We can easily find FA upon C0 also. And after that, check the value of FA upon C0, whether it is in the table 16.3 in the design data handbook or not. If yes, find the value of error in front of that value in the same table 16.3. But if the value of FA upon C0 is not in the column of FA upon C0 in the table 16.3, then we have to use the interpolation method to find the exact value of error. Here I am using the interpolation method to get the value of error, that is 0.69. Now compare it with the ratio of FA upon VFR. We will get FA upon VFR is smaller than E. It means by using table, we will use this relation, we will use the value of X and Y, that is X equal to 1 and Y equal to 0. Put these values in the required equation to find the equivalent dynamic load for the first element, that is F1 is equal to 45,000 Newton. Coming to the second element, again the same process is followed. If FA upon C0 is not in the table 16.3 in the column of FA upon C0, then you have to use the interpolation method to find the exact value of the error. And after that, compare it with the FA upon VFR ratio. We will get here that FA upon VFR is greater than E. It means by using the table 16.3, we will get capital X is equal to 0.56, and for the value of Y, we have to use interpolation method again. When we will get the value of capital Y is equal to 1.415, then find the value of F2. This is F2, not F1. Put the value and get the value of F2. Put the value of F1 and F2, N1 and N2, and get the value of Fm. And after that, by using load life relationship, calculate the life of the bearing in millions of hours. Here MR stands for millions of revolutions. MR means millions of revolutions. And after that, converted into hours, because the question asks about the life of the bearing in hours. Use this equation. One thing you have to keep in your mind here, that here capital N should be in RPM, but as we have the total revolutions in the complete cycle is about 600. This one, but it is in second. 600 revolution in 30 seconds, and we have to put here capital N is in RPM. So the number of revolution completed in One work cycle of 30-second duration is 600. Therefore, 1200 revolution will be completed in 1 minute. Now, if we put capital N is equal to 1200 revolution, then it will be in minute. Now, we can use the relation. Now we can convert the life of the bearing in hours easily. We will get the value of L10H is equal to 194.44 hours.